What up, friends? And welcome to the Ball and Buds podcast. I am your host, Omar Fonseca, and as always, thank you for tuning in. I am super excited today. We have coming in our NBA insider, Ron Obasi, back for part 2 of our breakdown of the 2021 NBA playoffs. But first, you know how we like to start here on the Ball and Buds podcast with Omar's Overture. So let's kick this bad boy off.
Get over here!
So yes, sir, the NBA playoffs are in full swing, and we've had some really good games, but we've also had a lot of blowouts, so I've been enjoying it. But anyways, before we get back into this playoff breakdown episode with our boy Ron Obasi, I want to shout out some of the postseason winners thus far. So first off, shout out to Steph, the chef, right? Steph Curry. He won the scoring title, beating Bradley Beal. He's also going to be the first player to sign 2 $200 million contracts. There's only 3 other $200 million players in the NBA. James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Damn, I pronounced that good with some flair, right? It was like I used my Spanish accent but it was like rolling, instead of rolling the R's, it was like rolling the Antetokounmpo. Anyway, sorry. Anyways. Yeah, so he will be the first player, Steph, to ever sign 2 $200 million contracts. So he's about to get that bag for a second time. Anyway, so after his current deal ends the 2022 season, putting 45 plus mil in his pocket, it will bring his total career earnings to more than $254 million. But no matter if he signs with the Warriors or somewhere else, which I'm sure he's just going to re-sign with the Warriors, right? Lifetime player kind of thing. He is always giving back to the community. So shout out to that dude for his philanthropic efforts. He definitely just made a 7-figure donation to the Howard University's men's golf team. So that was awesome. And that's just one of the things he does, right? He does so many things. So shout out to him and his family and his SC30 company. Moving on. Shout out to Monty Williams for winning the Coach of the Year. I incorrectly predicted it was going to be Tom Thibodeau. So I'll go ahead and insert in the loser sound here. But congrats to Monty Williams. Amazing job. I hadn't chose him because the Suns were already good in the bubble last year, but I understand why. So, hey, more props to you. And our Combat Sports Insider, Dion Clubs, is a Phoenix Suns fan, so I know he was happy. Probably not after last game. Looks like the Lakers might actually pull this one out. We'll see. We're going into Game 4. Also, speaking of Tom Thibodeau, shout out to his player. Knicks' Julius Randle was named the most improved player, averaging 24, 10, and 6 assists. And Jordan Clarkson, who won the 6th Man of the Year. Both of those called here by yours truly and our NBA insider, Ron Obasi, on the Ball and Buds podcast, where you get your accurate predictions first and foremost. Always come here to your boy. What else is going on in the playoffs? Well, I know we said that the league is better when New York is better, and they had showed it the first 2 games at the Garden. They were going crazy. The atmosphere was wild. I'm not even a Knicks fan, but I was getting goosebumps. But, man, come on now. Then y'all ruin it all by spitting on Trae Young, man. And I know it's just one of y'all, but still, I'm just saying, man.
You suck, you jackass.
Fans, we got to be better. And I'm going to talk about this on a future podcast episode. I'm not going to get into it right now because this is going to be a nice, fun, lighthearted episode. But, man, we got to stop that BS for real. Anyways, what else is happening? The Clippers, could they be choking again? It looks like it. Dallas has been putting it to them so far. You know, Ty Lue, love him. He was with us in Boston. I think he's a good coach, but is he that coach that can put you over the top and win a championship? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out, but it's not looking good this year. I'm rooting for him, though. I actually picked the Clippers to win this year, so now I'm looking like a chump. But I guess they still got games to turn it around, so let's see what happens. But they regress defensively, which is what they really, kind of lean on. They're going to need Kawhi and Paul George to step it up offensively if they're going to do anything, because Luka is killing the game right now. Son had a 31-point triple-double in Game 1 and then came back in Game 2 and followed it up with 39, 7, and 7. Come on now. Dude's a beast. What else? Chris Paul is hurt. Jeez, so that hurts Dion's Suns, right? I don't think they're going to be able to do it with that. And Chris Paul has had a long, storied history of injuries, unfortunately. I would love for him to go and win a title. He's an 11-time All-Star, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, and obviously a future first-ballot Hall of Famer. He deserves a chip or at least a try, right? He's been chasing it for 13 years, he says. He says, will I win a championship before I die? Absolutely. There is no question about it. Well, I hope he's with the Suns when he does it for my boy Dion. What else? The Bucks beating the brakes off of your Miami Heat, Mr. Ron Obasi. They just went up 3-0 today. Y'all were up by 12, and they just came back. It was ridiculous. Y'all and my Celtics will both be going home. My Celtics pulled out a wonderful Game 3 victory. I called it here on the Ball and Buds podcast as well when I said that Tatum would have to go off for 50 and they would win one at home. Well, that was done. Do we win another? Maybe, maybe not. I didn't predict it, but I could see maybe we win in the next one. But either way, we're both going home, my dude.
And now, without further ado,
NBA insider Ron Obasi is back for part 2.
Say what?
And this episode is brought to you by The Strains, Blue Dream, Lemon Cane OG, and some honey bun cookies. And let me tell you, them honey bun cookies, woo-wee, that joint hits like a
Monster kill.
We're going to smoke a little bit of this, feel nice, and talk some NBA. So, speaking of that, a couple questions on that. First, let's start with the points per game race. A little bit about Steph. Now we got Beal is at 31.4, while Steph Curry is at 31.9. So we have one of the closest races in scoring title history. It is going to be exciting down to the last breath, but Steph has been at a very high clip, so I predict he will win.
He's hurt. So.
Oh, well, there you go.
It'll be Steph.
Steph is winning that. So is he not going to be in the playing tournament then? Is it just going to be Brody then?
I'm not. I think he'll make it for that, but he pulled a hand.
So how do we feel about our boy Brody, the new triple-double? Shout out to Brody. Me and you, we're both huge Brody fans over here. Ain't nobody. There will be no Brody slander at all.
Never. Not in my presence.
Not in this. Not
in this.
Not at all.
Nope. Denied.
The new Big O.
Congratulations, but if you've been following him, you would not be surprised. Bruh, he's an amazing basketball player. He's undervalued because of how business works. When you get rid of a player, for some reason, the outside perspective is he can't win here, he's affecting here, you know what I mean? Which is crazy because all of those franchises are still scrambling. So, but you get my point. Yeah. He was an underappreciated player, and to see him still work and fight hard, bro, to get, appreciation. You can clearly tell he don't give a damn about nobody.
No, he don't care what anybody says. He's just going to go out and play. And what do you think about the haters who say that he's just trying to pad stats?
You got to have a narrative to be. I don't know, like.
My thing is, even if you're padding stats, those are all good stats that are team stats.
There's people who watch basketball to appreciate it, and there's people who watch basketball to have an opinion on it.
Quad!
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, we're all entertained.
Right.
But there are people who watch it and dissect it in different ways. And I'm not saying some different IQs or some shit like that. Some people just will take whatever the media narrative gives them, which is a point that Russell Westbrook was making.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to come out and argue against the media every day. Just sooner or later, time will show you. Doesn't matter. Sooner or later, you're going to have to catch on film 4 years worth of me working for these rebounds that you thought that my big man were just getting out of the way of.
Right.
So now you see, like, bro, this is a different basketball player, bro. Like, a great product and example of the development of basketball, bro.
Where do you have him on your point guard list? This morning, Scott Brooks, and obviously he's biased because he's been a head coach twice. He said he was number 2 all time after Magic.
All right, so what's your
I love Brody. He's not my number 2.
There's a lot of magnificent point guards.
Right, yeah.
Say what?
There's a lot of magnificent point guards, and I think it all becomes subjective after you say Magic.
Yeah.
I will say that because we've seen a lot of great point guards. Like, we're watching a lot of greats right now.
Right now.
You know what I mean? So, like, just imagine when it all ended, where will you put somebody like a Dame, a Kyrie,
A Steph.
To infinity and beyond.
a Steph? You know what I mean? Like, some people gonna look at you like, how is Russ number 2 when you have Steph, who's a 2-time MVP, 3? You know what I mean? Like,
And if you're old school like myself, you got Isaiah, you got Stockton,
you got a lot, bro. We watched the Steve Nashes, we watched the Jason Kidds,
Jason Kidd.
We watched a lot, you know what I mean? Point guard has been a lot, you know what I mean? So, shit, even the people that you don't know if they're going in one position or not. You got the AIs. You got, hell, James Harden might go down as a fucking point guard, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, the game is the game, bro. It's damn near a positionless game, bro.
It is now, yeah. No,
it'll always be subjective. Like I said, I think the real argument people are looking for, which they can't, it'll be a minute before you see shit. Who will top Magic? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever going to talk Magic.
Exactly. So,
I mean, I got
the
Magic.
way the game is, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be. He was just dominant. You know what I mean? He was just one of those guys that just found a way to be dominant for so long, win for so long.
We're also different generations, so you know you're in the generation of LeBron, but you have the old school mentality.
Yeah, I see. I mean, Magic is my one. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but like in the Michael Jordan LeBron debate, who you got?
You got to go MJ because, like, I'm not.
Don't.
Because again, I'm also the guy who's like, I'm lucky enough to get to see.
And you're a Heat fan, so you got to.
Yeah, but I don't even have Braun too.
In the Heat.
No, I have Tomato's best.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking. What are you talking about?
No, like the GOAT conversation.
Oh, okay.
Like, I really got like.
You don't even have him behind. Oh,
nah.
Say what?
Who do you have number 2? Magic.
I really have like a 5. Like, I have a 5 like,
above LeBron.
No, so like my 1A, 1, 2, and 1C.
Speak on it.
My 3-headed and like GOATs for all different reasons, but the same reason. It's MJ, GOAT. Kobe, Bryant, GOAT.
MJ, Kobe, Bryant. Okay.
A lot of people use arguments towards the only person who has the definitive argument in all 3 of these names in a distinction way is MJ. Because MJ has things that Kobe and Bron have that all 3 of them have, but they don't have what MJ has.
So MJ's 1 and the others are 2.
2A and 2B.
Okay, so there is a...
But they are my 3, like, I would not get mad if somebody said 30.
So Magic,
but MJ
Magic
is not
even in the top 5?
Why is Magic not?
No, I'm asking, is he in your top 5?
I
don't know. You said you had a top 5, so I don't know.
Yeah, I got
centers in the top 5.
Yeah, I got Shaq in there.
Say what?
That could be biased because I watched him.
A little biased.
I watched him literally destroy some of the greatest bigs of all time.
Most people would go with Kareem or Will at that point, or Bill Russell.
Of course, but they wasn't Shaq. Shaq was just a dumbass.
Shaq was dominant. Speaking of dominance and Shaq, great segue.
Not a dumbass, but
you meant dominant. I know what you meant.
Say what? Don't.
His pride spoiled a lot of his success.
No, you're completely right about that.
He had tremendous success.
His arrogance and cockiness cost the Lakers, probably 3 more championships.
But he did bring us.
But he did go to the Heat and then get one for you. So there you go.
Dwayne Wade brought us one, but you helped, big fella. Thank you. What was we segued into, my man?
Segued, perfect segue. Shaq was dominant, and so now they're saying Zion is the same way. And so Hack-a-Shaq is now Hack-a-Zion. And so David Griffin came on complaining about how the refs weren't, picking up the fouls and Zion's getting hacked. And that's why he broke his finger and he's out for the season. And he got fined $50,000, which obviously is just protecting your superstar. You want to both superstar. So how do you feel about that? Is he the new Shaq? Are they right? Are they just complaining? How do you feel about this situation?
If you want to look for comparisons purposes, you should, of course. And you got to find somebody great to compare to somebody great because Zion is great. He's a great basketball player, bro. He will be one of the greats.
As long as he doesn't get injured, that's my only worry.
I mean, you're gonna battle injuries early or late. Really doesn't
But he's
matter.
just a big
you just
man.
find
He's
the
just
stride.
really, really
You know what I
big
mean?
for his body.
You just have to find the stride, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Shaq wasn't always the healthiest.
True.
You have to, you know what I mean? He'll be dominant when he does play. You know what I mean? So injuries won't be a thing. I don't think he'll have an injury bug. You know what I mean?
Good. I mean, I hope not. I like watching him play.
But as far as the new Hack-a-Shaq shit, like I said, that's funny because I don't know. I think the refs are completely ass in the league.
Oh man, yeah, the refs are completely ass in every league.
You suck.
Football, basketball, baseball, they're ass in every league.
They're like the worst. I don't know if it's purposeful or what, but that's another conversation. They're just ass. They're ass.
You suck, you jackass.
He is shooting 69.8 from the stripe. That's why they're fouling him so much.
And then again, like I said, bro, here's the things that players used to tell Shaq, like, get better at your free throws.
Yeah.
Or you're just gonna have to whoop our ass dominantly.
Right. And then he started doing it.
Because we're not gonna stop doing that. It's just like any other strategy, you know what I mean? It's just like the sag off. On top of that, Zion is a physical player. He's gonna run through you if you don't. He just plays basketball like that. You know what I mean? The same way Braun gets the most contact, and for years you see people saying he don't get the calls he deserves. He's literally running through people out there.
Every time there's a generational talent, it seems that they get the same
So it's
argument.
not like some shit. Again, Shaq had to go through that. You know what I mean? Like they was just imagine how many points he would have if he made half those free throws. Like shot. Like, you know what I mean?
Jeez Louise, nah, you're right about that. Damn.
It's just one of those things that Zion can either work at to beat, but you know, if you leave it up to the refs, you're gonna always have this complaint. That's what I think about it.
Yeah,
because they're ass.
Yeah, I agree. They're ass.
Zion's gonna get fouled a lot every
time, but you can't really call every foul either because
exactly,
he's gonna get fouled.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
If you're that big, you're just gonna get hit.
He's not the exactly. So,
dude, you're 6'9", 300 pounds. What do you want me to do?
Exactly what I have.
You're charging at me. I gotta do something.
Exactly my point. I think
I'm not taking a charge.
It's more media shit. I don't know. I mean, but a player is personal. He plays. I don't. So
right.
He knows a lot more about what's going on. I'm just saying from the outside perspective, bruh. A lot of those dudes ain't finna just keep taking the punishment, and then if teams see that you're
he's got to get mean.
He's got to get mean. If teams see that you're trash at free throws, they're gonna send you to the line.
But people are saying he doesn't have that kind of personality. Like he's the fun-loving guy. He ain't gonna get.
Shaq came in the league loved. He developed the villain. Shaq came in the league loved. He developed the mean guy streak. He started whooping ass.
He said, fuck it, I'm not doing this no more.
He started punching on people. You can't punch on people. But
still got PTSD.
He can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, is Brad Miller passed away?
No, please don't say that. Don't say that. Look that up. Oh, God, please don't. Nah,
he's a tall white dude he pushed down, right?
Yeah, he got the PTSD from Shaq. Hell no, he can't be dead. I'm not going to. Let me hit the ball real. This episode is sponsored by the Lemon Cane OG that we're smoking right now. Smoking on that good. Get with it. The Ball and Buds podcast where we talk sports and get high. Smoke that weed, baby.
Smoke weed every day.
No, he's not passed away.
Good. All right.
That's Sean Bradley, I think.
Oh, Sean Bradley died? Oh, he did. He died a couple years ago. You're right. Damn. Rest in peace.
My bad.
All the big men don't live that long, man. Except like Manute Bol. No, like when you're that tall. I think that's like a genetic thing, I think.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know of any 7-footers that have lived over like 50, 60.
They're really Titans. They're really...
Well, no, that's not true. Bill Russell is 90.
It's a lot of tall them dudes. A lot of them dudes still living, bro.
Well, I mean NBA players. I didn't mean just tall people in general.
Say what?
That'd be funny.
No, I'm talking about NBA players too. A lot of those big men are still around to talk about the game.
You're right.
And listen, we're talking about it like a lot of them dudes are Bill Russell. A lot of those dudes are not. Right. A lot of them are still.
Just him.
The game ain't like.
And Kareem. That's it.
You feel me? Like 50, 60, 70.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody else old like that. Anyways,
No, I think I think the topic was like Zion's gonna get the shit.
he's a generational player,
For
and
sure, bro.
he's it was
He'll keep developing dominant. So
yeah.
I don't think that conversation will even be around for him.
No, they do need to get better refs though. They need to invest in these referees, these leagues.
They're not. They're not going to get better refs. People can stop expecting it. So what?
Yeah, I guess you're right. They're not going to go through all that change. That's too much change.
Get the f*** out of here!
Okay, so what is your NBA final champion? Who's your champion pick? You can, and I'll let you give me a healthy, non-healthy, because we do have that issue right now.
Healthy. I got the Nets, bro.
Over the Lakers, both healthy. You got the Nets.
I don't see how.
Okay.
You beat that team. Like,
yeah, no, I agree.
I just don't see how. Like, I don't know how long they're together. The same way I didn't know how long.
Couple years at the most.
The same way I didn't know how long KD and them was going to be together at the Warriors, but I knew your ass wasn't going
to beat them. Right. That's the first thing I said when the Nets got together this season. I was like, man, that's too good of a team. You're not going to beat them.
KD is doing what he wants.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as they're healthy, they should win it. I don't think the Lakers have the firepower, even with AD and LeBron, to go with them. What about not healthy?
And if LeBron wins, the GOAT conversation, that's a different conversation.
Ooh, that does take on more. Man, if he were to win this year, yeah, that would because I don't really count last year too much. But if he did this year, that would be. If he did this year, that would.
The conversation takes on a whole different because you've never even seen a team like that. I don't care what team you point out. They may not have won a ring yet. But you ain't never seen three players like that on the same team.
Say what?
Last time was my big three right here on the wall. You see that autograph?
Fuck, bro.
Look at that. The most dominant big three of all time. Look at that. It's beautiful. What you got to say about it? Give me no Chris Bosh and his friends down there in the.
Please name Magic's big three.
Magic, Kareem, and Worthy. I actually had an argument with somebody about that the other day. Came in here and they said that my Celtics were the best big three, right? And I was like, well, what about the Lakers big three? He was like, nah, I still big three. So that was somebody else's mouth, not me. And he's a Knicks fan. So
you said Knicks fan like that was just.
I mean,
they hate both of y'all.
Only the best big three, my brother. I'm sorry, there is no better big three in the world than Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and Robert Parrish. Screw the Lakers. Screw the Heat. Screw your team. Screw their team. I don't care. I'm a hater.
Nope. Denied.
All right, so what about not healthy? Who are you taking in the finals? What if LeBron is not healthy, the Nets are not healthy? You said you got the Bucks coming out the East. Who's coming out the West? Who's your champion? I already said I got Phillies and the Clippers, and I'll take the Clippers in an upset just because I don't want Philly to win. I backed myself into a corner.
The Clippers fold again, I wouldn't be surprised, but they do take the West and get the Lakers on.
Yeah, they've got the momentum right now, I think.
Yeah, they got legendary basketball.
But you got the Jazz, too, that are still there.
Man, I got the Clippers.
Yeah.
I'm not finna go. I'm not finna. Jazz are great. It's the West, bro.
Denver doesn't have Murray, so they're out.
Yeah, bro. It's the West. You feel me?
And you know how we like to end things here on the Ball and Buds podcast with Omar's Epilogue. And so before we let you go, I definitely want to update you with the playoff brackets. Earlier in the episode, I told you where we were at in the middle of round one when I was recording that. Well, now I'm about to put the episode out today, Friday, June 4th. Yes, Friday, our new release date, which is the end of the first round almost. We have one series left with Dallas and Los Angeles, the Clippers. So the Mavericks and Clippers are going to Game 6 tonight. All the other series are done, and we have some shockers, let me tell you.
Say what?
First of all, Utah and Brooklyn and Philly and Atlanta all took gentlemen sweeps. So the Jazz gentlemen swept the Grizzlies as the Sixers in Philly did to the Washington Wizards, as did the Atlanta Hawks over the New York Knicks. So that Trae Young karma came back to bite the Knicks, and they got gentlemen swept. Trae Young was like, nah, I ain't playing. He came out, gave him 36 in that last game, and he's the new New York Knick killer is what we'll call him.
Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot!
My team got gentlemen swept. Can't say nothing about it. Tatum tried to put up a good fight, but the Nets are going to win it all with the team they got. There's no team that can go up against them. And now we got all those changes going on with Brad Stevens and Danny Ainge and everything, which I think should be good for the team going forward, but definitely disappointing for us. Another disappointing season. The defending champion LA Lakers. Yes, the defending champion LA Lakers have been bounced. And I know my boy Dion Clubs, our combat sports insider, I know my brother is extremely happy today as he was preparing last night for the game, and I know he was happy after that outcome. So the Lakers and LeBron, boom, you out. Or as they would say in the South Side of Chicago, where Dion's favorite baseball team, the White Sox, reside, he gone. He gone. Oh, man. Anyways, what else? Denver took out Dame in Portland in 6 games as well. And finally, yeah, your Heat, Ron Obasi, Mr. NBA Insider, that team you cheer for, yeah, they got swept. Milwaukee was like, nah, we getting our revenge for last year, and they just swept y'all. Y'all didn't even put up a fight. It was horrible. Y'all definitely need to pick up a big-time free agent. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not going to fuel any rumors. All right, y'all. And so before we sign off, I definitely want to give props to 3 of the best players in NBA history. I just got done watching the Hall of Fame ceremony. Shout out KG, one of my favorite players of all time, right? I'm a Celtics fan, whatever. Shout out to Tim Duncan, Big Timmy, right? The big fundamental, right? One of the best players ever, no doubt about it. That man played the game the right way. Shout out to, I wish he was a Celtic. I really wish we wouldn't have got screwed. But, conspiracy theories, we'll let it go. And also, rest in power and shout out to Kobe, Black Mamba, Bean, Bryant.
Kobe!
I've already done a whole tribute episode on him, so you can go back and check that out. All 3 of these gentlemen are 3 of the top players in NBA history. Consider just these 2 facts. From 1999 to 2010, Duncan, Bryant,
Kobe,
and Garnett combined to win 10 of the 12 NBA titles. Ridiculous. The exceptions were the 2003, 2004 Pistons, and then your 2005 and 2006 Heat, Ron. Whatever. I don't want to talk about that championship. Anyways, only 6 NBA players have made the All-Star team at least 15 times. Bryant,
Kobe,
Garnett, Duncan, 3 of those. How crazy is that, dude? These are 3 of the best players ever. Simply put, Bryant was one of the best to ever do it, right? We all know about his accomplishments. Go back and check out my tribute episode if you want to hear more.
Kobe,
Tim Duncan, the big fundamental, man. He made the all-defensive team 15 times. 15 times! That's crazy to make the all-defensive team 15 times. He led the Spurs to 5 times. 5 times! There's only a few people that have 5 titles in this league. Come on now, let's think about this, right? There's only a few, right? So, man, what a career for those 2. And Kevin Garnett, one of my favorite players, the big ticket. One of only 5 players in league history to win both an MVP and a Defensive Player of the Year. And only one of 3 players in NBA history to have 25,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 5,000 assists, with the list of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a.k.a. Mr. Lou Alcindor, and Karl Malone. Consider that list, buddy boys, when y'all try to talk that trash on KG. I don't care how soft y'all think he is. 95% of the league ain't fucking with him. Yeah. Come test me on that. Catch me in the hood. How about that?
Say what?
Well, you used to be able to. Now I live in a luxury apartment because I can afford it. But, I never forget my roots. Oh, man, I love y'all. So be on the lookout for Ball and Buds on Friday now, not Mondays, for the next month before we take our season 2 break as I go to school at the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga for a business class. So I'm going to have to take that time off, but then I will return with season 3 in August. Y'all be prepared for all that. Love ya. Have a great fucking week. I love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Peace. Once the podcast drops, subscribe to stay updated and download all the new episodes. Until then, stay safe, take care of yourself, be kind to each other, and spread love the Omar way.